Hi guys, hello guys. Today again we will record the second video in this type of channel. Remember, I am practicing my English, only just that. Yesterday I made a video like 15 minutes like that, and I made a storyboard like some idea I got in that moment. And I would like to share something important I learned today. I have spent a lot of time in just mm, I I don't know if I could say just avoid to make something or something like that, you know. But well, today I have the commitment to work very hard. If you don't know, well, I quit my last job. I was working in a call center in Guatemala, and right now, well, I searched an opportunity to grow like that. I I am a emperor. I started to a company in a small company to sell articles like you can find in Amazon. Only, well, they, for example, the shipping was not made correctly. Probably the person uh, doesn't like the box, the article, and they return that article to Amazon, FedEx, or USPS. I don't know, and some some boxes return to Guatemala. And just that, I searched an article to work properly. It doesn't have any material damage like that, any scratch or something like that, you know. And just that, but had a job is very complicated like that because I don't depend a salary, normal salary. I had in the past a payment every 15 days. I was born, sorry, I was earned like 2000 quetzales. It's like, let me see, $200 like that. It wasn't enough for me, but I have a salary. Right now, I don't have a salary. It's so very complicated to live because in some 15 days I earn 1000 quetzales or less that that amount. But well, I just trying to make my best effort, and I like that. I like that idea to start my own business, you know, because I realize sincerely when I earn a normal salary, I don't have the control about my purchase. I don't know if the translate it's like a unpurchase. It's like a short purchase. For example, you have 100 bucks in your wallet, and well, you have it. But today you want to buy a ice cream, for example. The ice cream could be half the amount, about $2, $3. Tomorrow you want to eat a pizza. Another day you want to buy a shirt, for example, a headphones, a lens, a googles, and in 1 week you spend your 100 bucks. If you see those kinds of purchases weren't uh, important, and probably I had those kinds of purchases in my life. But in another part, if we can see the real world in those kinds of countries in Central America, the reality is totally different in other countries because you have money, 200 quetzales, but those amount of money aren't be useful for you. Useful for you. That is impossible, really, really impossible. Well, but in my business right now, I am working to learn a lot of things. I had two complications. The first complications is, for example, today, if you not work, you won't earn money. And that type of working, it's like every single day. Every single day you need to make those things, and it's difficult. Sincerely, it's very, very difficult to make those things. After that, the second thing is be patient about the process. If you don't know, I had another YouTube channel. That YouTube channel is in Spanish only. Um, it's a funny history because I've made YouTube videos for 6 years, 7 years. Sincerely, I don't know the specific time, but I have some experience, I created some types of YouTube channels, but the idea could be very, very different. But I hadn't um, I hadn't been disciplined with myself, with the project, and for that reason I don't get results about that. Yes. Yesterday, if you remember, I was talked about stressful, you know. In the past, I tried to commit a suicide with myself, and that story was very, very, very hard for me. If you like that video, I share my age. I'm 23 years old. Um, the reason about I like to share this story for you, it's about find peaceful with yourself, find the meaning about working hard, the meaning about loving someone, the meaning about be alone with yourself, because I have the idea about everyone could be broke, and it's okay. I think it's okay because every step we can make, we can find a pain, we can find lies, and they are very hard. They are very hard. But I found peace with myself, with God, sincerely. And I'm trying to read the Bible every single day. Some days probably was very difficult because I am tired or I am uh, I have distractions, and probably those things put me in a dangerous place because I started to think think a lot of things. Um, I hate myself when I made those types of actions, really. But sincerely, the best moments I got when I searched God, words about God. The second place, it's about stoicism. Why reason we need to be a stoicism person to be more rationalism, or I don't know if the pronunciation is the best, but if you don't understand me, it's like about have a clear ideas, clear answers, clear questions about your situation in specific. Because right now in my uh, bank account I don't have money. I am I could say I don't have anything, and I am think I am think really I am dream to have successful with my YouTube channel. I have dream to graduate in the college. I am dream to have my house. I am dream to have my family, and I try to avoid to compare with another people, my classmates in the high schools. Probably they reached some important things. Probably uh, they get a high school diploma, sorry, a college diploma. Probably they have a good car, a new car, probably. But I don't like because some days I compare it with them. Some days I got the words about my family. My parents have the idea about I don't work, I don't make nothing in my life. They have some reasons about think in that way, and I realize when right now I'm talking about that, I started to feel some some alone, sincerely. But I remember specific words about one of my best friends. It's like about the devil. It's in everywhere, you know. I got the idea or imagine about you are playing soccer and you are the player about the score goals, something like that, and the defense it's Pepe. Pepe he was a soccer player in Real Madrid, and the class about the soccer player he was. It's very, very dangerous. He always got yellow card, red cards, and my friends, he told me about imagine the devil. It's like Pepe, Sergio Ramos, Puyol, something like that, and they will try to make feels hard to you, but you need to stay stronger. You need to stay focused. You need to have faith about your path, about in your path. And in those moments, I try to stay here, to stay focused. I am very, very grateful with everything. I said a lot of times in that video about I don't have a lot of things, but if you realized, I have a good body. I don't have any pain in my health. I have a good house, electricity, a computer, internet. But I realize I am a man and I don't feel good to stay with my parents. They are providing me those things, but I have the faith in some months, in some days, this story will change. But the unique form about reach this is working, be patient, be grateful, stay with God, and follow your dreams. You need to follow your dreams a lot. You need to have your faith in your dreams and don't quit about that. I lost 2 years in my life because I had the idea about working to it's the door, and that door will give me the, how can I say that word? Okay, it's free. That is not the good path. But if in that moment I didn't take that job, probably today I don't stay here to record that video or something like that. I am grateful with my history, with my doubts, with my fears, with my errors, and in the future it will be the same. But every single day I try to change one thing about that. Thank you very much for watching that video. I would like to see your comments, to read your comments, and everything will be right. No? See you later, my friend. Have a good night.